Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Moji ji ki jai. For those of you joining us for the first time, you can ask your questions in the chat window. And we also have some Sangha members here in person today. Ram, Jyotika and Arjun are here. Is it clear? The video and the audio are fine? Very good. So, what shall we speak about today? Namaste, namaste everyone. Also, if the three of you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, so since there are no questions, shall we do an experiment today? An experiment? Let's do a very simple experiment because there might be some who are new. So let's do a very simple experiment today. We can all close our eyes. And we have lost electricity right on time. So maybe this one can go off. Yeah, that's okay. Internet is still there. Okay. So let's get back. We're doing a very simple experiment, a very basic experiment. All of us can close our eyes. And before the next thought arises, observe the sense of space. Before the next thought arises, observe the sense of space which is present here. Don't make any judgments about it. Just watch. And allow all thoughts to come. Don't resist any thoughts. Be with the sense of space which is here. And as a thought comes, Just watch it come and let it go. Don't try to produce a thought, and don't try to stop any thoughts. But be with the space in which these thoughts are arising. After the thought goes, just observe the space in which it came. Just be with that empty space. And if the next one comes, you can welcome it and let it go. If there are no thoughts, don't worry. And if there are lots of thoughts, don't worry. Everything is fine. Before the thought comes, be with the space of no thought. And when a thought comes, just let it go. And after it is gone, just be with the space again of no thoughts. Welcome all thoughts and emotions. Even if there is irritation at not understanding this exercise or not being able to do it properly, let this irritation also arise and let it go. Don't visualize anything. Just watch. Just watch what is here right now. Become aware of the space of no thought and of thought, and back to no thought. Be completely open to everything that is arising. There is no right or wrong way of doing this. Just gently follow my instructions. become aware of the space which is empty. What is present in the state between two thoughts? Don't resist anything at all. All thoughts are allowed to come and allowed to go. Even if the same thought is coming again and again, that is also allowed. See it clearly now that you are not creating your thought. It is arising and fading on its own. Let everything happen on its own. Who is watching your thoughts? Who is watching your thoughts? And if an answer comes, that is also a thought. So ask yourself, who is watching this thought? Is the watching affected by the content of the thought? Wait for the next thought to come, and after it goes, ask yourself, is the watching affected by what the thought said? Are you separate from this watching? Where are you watching the thoughts from? Now you are free from the control of this thought. The watching is completely unaffected by the content of the thought. You are this awareness. With Muji's grace, may all of you be ever free from these thoughts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. How will you suffer now? Sangeeta says, was so clear in the space between thoughts that being is non-local. It's beyond space. So today we completely exposed that these thoughts are nothing but energies which are just arising and they're going. No? Yes, and Atma says some new energy is awakened here. It's very good. And you can allow it to come and you can allow it to go, just like everything else. What comes and goes is not you. Yes, Neil says something very nice. He says, I found I couldn't follow your instructions. Then I stopped trying and let the listening do itself. Then I got clearer. Yes, that's very good. Very good. And Deborah says, very timely exercise because very negative thoughts have been appearing and are still appearing and seeming to increase. Thank you for this great pointing at your feet. Yes. Don't fight them, don't resist them, don't judge them as negative or positive even. Just let them come and go. No, what is irrelevant, we don't even need to say that it is negative or positive. Because even to make that conclusion says that there is some interest in them. If it just comes and goes like nothing, then we will not even make a judgment about what it was like. You can just go. We cannot remember. If we just let it go, it won't register in our memory. So you will not be able to say this was my thought 3 thoughts ago or my last thought even. You cannot say. Yes, so Ustreamer 26 says it seems like we are watching a movie, not just thoughts but life itself. Yes, only thing is that watching is not constant. I lose touch. No, stop watching, show me how. We do not lose touch, we only believe the idea that I lost touch. The watching cannot stop. As long as you are here, there must be a watching, and as long as you are here, there must be a being. So even if attention is going completely into personhood, we do not stop being awareness. The awareness is ever present. This I that loses touch is not you. So there's an I which is wanting to keep this as an experience. That one is not you. You are the awareness itself, which is ever present here. You saw this when a thought was arising, you were present, and when a thought was not there, you were present as the awareness itself. You cannot go no matter what happens, and you do not need to work hard to be in touch with yourself, because you are yourself. Namaste, Loren. So let go of the one which is trying to hold on to the experience from 10 minutes ago also. It will try to say, let's always be like this. No? This one also we can let go of. There is nothing to defend. There is nothing to keep. You are always this. And you streamer 26 says, wow, what a beautiful mantra. I am here, present sir. Yes. Presence sir. No. As presence. Namaste Johan, Namaste Ramdas ji. All thoughts are the same. It is our own belief that gives them power. As long as we don't give them any meaning, they do not have any power over us. And once this is seen like we saw today, then you cannot suffer now. Yes. So Ustreamer 96 says, dear Ananta, it is so simple to be here now with you. Feel good. Yes. This feeling is always at your service when you are not deluded by your thoughts. So today is a very targeted satsang. It is looking at this concept of thought and completely demolishing their mastery over us. Neil says, Master, these days I am finding it very hard to sit still. The new space opening up in me is also arousing much fear. I think all I can do is keep observing. Is that right? Yes. And there is nobody here who is forcing you to sit still or do anything at all. No? So we must not make a practice out of this. Just let everything that is arising, including the fear, don't resist it. You are infinite space itself. No? You yourself say the new space opening up is here. So this space is not constrained by any fear, any emotion. All is allowed here, and don't feel that this should be here or not. No? It's okay. Fear is nothing. Just like any other emotion, it is nothing. Just like any other thought, it is nothing. To you, it is truly nothing. It cannot hurt you now. It never could, but now you know that it cannot hurt you. And Johan says, great storm here. Trying is happening. Do I just let trying happen? Seems to block. This is the trick of the mind. No? So when we are saying that we are completely allowing, means don't pick up anything at all. Don't even try to be still. Don't try to not try. Just don't do anything at all. No? Drop all your baggage. So if it seems like something is trying to try, you're right that just let it be. But that cannot last very long without your own belief that I must try. all trying can only attempt to take you away from here. It can never succeed. It can never succeed. But the trying seems to become tiring for us. So right now, Johan, you let this trying happen and you stay as the self, and you tell me after a few minutes, tell me after 2 minutes what it is doing, this trying. You stay with me, let trying do whatever it wants, and then report back in 2 minutes as to what it is doing and how it is bothering you. And Ustreamer94 says, what is the meaning for rest in natural great peace? What is the meaning for rest in natural great peace? I'm not sure if I use these words in the meditation or not, or they're from somewhere else, but basically you rest. No, first you rest, then peace will arise in service to you. So don't try to rest in anything, you rest. Just let go. And then love, peace, joy, happiness, all these might arise for you on their own, but don't have an expectation that it should happen, you just rest. And Niyal is saying, thank you, laughter is spontaneously bursting out of me at your reassuring words and presence. Yes, it's very good. And Johan says, absolutely exhausting, but it brings me to my knees. And then he says, okay to the exercise which I gave him, which was to say, okay, let trying happen, but you stay with me. Soon the trickster will have no power. All of these are the last tricks. All these tricks it tries to use, but it tries to confuse us with all these concepts. Oh, I'm allowing suffering. Oh, trying is happening. All these are the last trump cards of the ego. They cannot last very long now. And Meera says, Father, I can feel only your presence. That is very good. That is the true prasad of satsang, is the presence itself. Once we are free from this infection of belief in our thoughts, then we are free from all of this maya that seemed to have us trapped. It is as simple as that. So all of you now have seen the trickery of these thoughts, isn't it? Is there someone here who still feels that thoughts have meaning or value to them? And Atma says, yes, all of these are tricks, happy to see it now, all of them. Yes. And Deborah says, thank God for your guidance. I could not do this without your loving help. Bless you, Father. Thank you so much for being here. Your own Sadguru is guiding you every moment. Trust this presence which you feel now, and know that my presence is always with you. It's always with you. Malika says, just peace, Father. Very good. Okay, there are some no's. I forgot what was my question. Does anybody remember? It was what? What is my question again? Thoughts. It's somebody who still believes that there is some meaning behind my thoughts. Yes, yes. So there is one yes, which is Batima says yes. So you will find as you are more and more in satsang, this is your second or third satsang with me as far as I can remember, but as you are more and more in satsang, you will find that all the meaning that we have given to these thoughts is completely unrequired, and only misery can come out of it. Only misery can come out of it. And as I often say, don't take my word for it, you try it out. You must try it out. We have given many years to belief in our thoughts. Now give a few days or a few moments even to lack of belief in them, disbelief in them. Try it out and then tell me that you did not feel the freedom and you did not find the peace and you lost the ability to suffer. This power you have now, which is to deprive them of their belief. So as you play with this, as you try it out, you will find that there is so much freedom, so much space here, and you will wonder soon as to how you were listening to your thoughts. You will be amazed at how that ever happened. Sangeeta says, thoughts no longer have the power to make me suffer. Very good. All your grace. Neil says, I am afraid to be too confident prematurely and answer yes. Do you see the trickery of thoughts? Yes. Do not worry, I didn't even remember what my question was. I won't remember whether you said yes or no. You say stay in the moment. Don't worry about feeling arrogant or diffident. All these things can be dropped now. Just from the heart, when the yes comes, it's very beautiful. It's very good. And Atma says, even energy arising is phenomenon. Yes, yes. Neil says, oops, don't mind that. No, there's a typo, that's okay. Sangeeta says, maybe momentarily can feel a bit tangled, but this passes quickly. Yes, this momentary is okay. Momentary is okay. There is nobody in this world, because we are all born with conditioning, there is nobody for which something does not hold true momentarily. So drop this expectation that it should not happen momentarily also, and you will naturally find that it reduces in number, even this momentary happening, but when it comes up, it will go very quickly. You will not suffer as a result of it. That's good. Thank you, Batima. And Lucia says, all is seen to be coming and going. Thoughts are seen to be not mine. Yes, they are not yours. They are not yours. Let them come and go. This is the simplest but most powerful technique and process. Yes, Deborah says something very nice. She says, as long as I feel there is something to be gained by thoughts, it seems I will suffer. Which means no thought can make me happy or to suffer. Is this true? Yes. As long as there's a feeling that if I let go of this thought, I will miss out on something, or I will lose some value or meaning in my life by letting go, then it has you in its fangs again. The serpent has caught you again. You are not this person at all. For you as awareness, don't need to rely on any thoughts. You are always the pure awareness itself. So once we caught on to the idea that this has some meaning for me, or this has some value for me, or I can gain something with this, then we are caught again in the belief of personhood. And it can come very subtly, it can be very tricky. We can let them go. Louise says, Ananta, all my thoughts lately are blurred into one big noise. Yes, I know that. And I cannot really focus on what they're even saying. Yes, yes, yes. It feels like more like the suffering is from not wanting particular feelings, ones that feel like my hand is in hot water and I just want to pull it out. So what you're saying is, let's slow it down. There are no particular thoughts that you can point to. It's become a big mash of strong thoughts that are rising, and they're more like uncomfortable feelings. Yes, this happens, it happens very regularly, and for people on the path or people who've been in a few satsangs, this is very common for it to happen. Because now what happens is that thoughts sometimes become so subtle that you can't even make out what they're saying, and they all sort of just clump up, and they just like a heavy feeling sometimes, or a strong feeling, that makes us very uncomfortable. But just trust me for a little more while. I know I've been saying this to you for a few satsangs now, but just trust me for a little more while, and this will not last. As you keep letting go, this will not last. If you try to diagnose it and try to fix it, and why is this happening, if you get into all of that, then the journey gets perpetuated for you. If you just stay back, let it all happen, let it all play out, then without the nourishment, it will not last. It's like this fan. Once I switch off the power from it, then it will turn for some time, but it will go off. We immediately want it to go off when the switch is turned off. So immediately when we withdraw our belief, we feel that the thought should stop coming, or this feeling should not be there. But it has momentum of a long time that we've been giving them our belief. So with that momentum, it continues for some time, but it will not last. It will not last. And Johan says, I just can't seem to get it. All I can do is stay here with you. Yes. This one who is trying to get it is not you, and it can never get it. You surrender this one to me. That is the true meaning of being with me. Means you leave it to me now. The getting it, the not getting it, the enlightenment or the non-enlightenment, the freedom or the non-freedom, let it be my problem now, and you will find that everything unfolds for you so beautifully. Okay, there's a lot of chat happening, let me catch up. I watched thoughts, as you said, let them come and go, and then I felt my body is vibrating. Yes, this happens. This vibration can come. That's okay. That's okay. Let even whatever the body is doing, let that also come and go. Don't resist anything. Don't say that something special happened. All of it is okay. Sometimes very strong energy would come. Sometimes all kundalini experiences, all chakras, all these things would come. But you let go of them. There's nothing for you in any of those. So let the body do what it wants. You be just the witnessing of all of it. Deborah is saying, and Louise is saying, thank you my dear. Moji Sherbrook. Deborah says, the only way that freedom can happen here is complete surrender. My thoughts are too strong for the idea of me to fight. I lay everything at your feet. Nothing belongs to me anymore. Yes. That is very good. Yeah. Nobody here should get into a fight with their mind. I keep reiterating this in all satsangs that this is not about getting into a fight with the mind at all. We should not try to stop our thoughts, not try to resist them in any way, or even judge them for being there. All I am saying is that you let them play out in the way they are meant to play out. You just be the witnessing of them. In fact, you cannot be anything else but the witnessing. But just find that you are just the witnessing of them. And this is not effort actually. But I accept your surrender. You let me take care of everything. Then you will see that everything will unfold very beautifully for you. Sangeeta says, at your feet, Gurudev. Thank you, my dear. This surrender is beautiful, yes. And Lucia says, I surrender it all to you, beloved Ananta. Very good. And Johan says, please take it all. Yes. I give it all to you. I can't do it. That's very good. In your giving it, it is taken from you. In your giving it, it is taken from you, but just don't ask for it back. Just leave it with me. Completely unconcerned about anything at all. Let it not be a weak surrender. Let it not be a weak surrender. Let it not be a surrender of the variety that I am surrendering it to you just so that the life of the person can now be better. So that is not surrender, but if that is all that is there, then that is also fine. But that is not true surrender, and that will also be seen. So don't be completely unconcerned with what happens in the life of the person now. Let it all unfold on its own, trusting that the presence of the Sadguru is taking care of all of it. And this will not fail you. This kind of surrender cannot fail. So let it be an unconditional surrender. And Atma says, all is clear now. I am here. Yes, very good. And Johan says, thank you, Gurudev. Thank you, my dear. Oops. We're going too fast. Okay, Meera says, drowned in the ocean of samsara, I was lost, I was ignorant, I was suffering. My beloved Guru, you pulled me out of it gently, showed me the way. Now I can see only you. Everything is you at your feet. Very good. And now that everything is me, we are truly one. Therefore, I can also say that everything is you, because now we are truly one. And in this presence, my head is also forever bowed down. Thank you. And Deborah says, no, I surrender all these so-called positive and pleasant experiences also. Nothing is left here. Very good. Very good. And Lucia says, so grateful. Very good. And Suresh says, I trust you completely, sir. Very good. Johan, it is all you and yours, he says. Yes, thank you. Very good. Streamer 26 has typed the words of the Guru Paduka Stotram. Thank you very much. Thank you. How to hug you via online satsang? Big hug. Deborah is saying, seek and you shall find, ask and the door shall be opened unto you. Yes, the most auspicious desire for freedom which arose in your heart will create the path for you very beautifully. Right. Very good. So let's spend a few minutes in silence. Feel that you are completely free now. Feel that you are completely free now. Batima says, everything is dropped. Thank you so much, love. Very good. I'm very happy to hear this from you. Very, very happy. Very good. Lorraine, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you all very much for joining us today. Om Namah Shivaya. Muji ji ki jai.